Krish, Ramakrishnan, visionary innovator and entrepreneur, your contributions to the field of information technology have transformed the way people and companies around the world communicate, collaborate, and do business. As co-founder of Blue Jeans Network, a company you led as CEO for 8 years, and now guide as Executive Chairman and Chief Innovation Officer, you helped pioneer cloud-based video conferencing. Under your leadership, the company set the standard for video-based collaboration, and its technology continues to support some of the world's largest organizations. Prior to this, you founded and ran numerous successful startup ventures. To your stewardship, those companies drove innovation in the areas of desktop, data center, and server visualization, and in the process creating technology that has helped build some of the most powerful supercomputers in the world. For your tireless entrepreneurial spirit, for your proven ability to lead and inspire others to new areas of technological discovery, and for your decades-long success in the constantly changing field of information technology, we are proud to bestow upon you this Doctor of Business Administration honoris causa.
Krish Ramakrishnan, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of New Jersey, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Business Administration honoris causa with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and I request that you deliver our commencement address.
All right, thank you. I accept. Thank you. Many of you are wondering why Krish is speaking to us today. You're not alone. Actually, I wondered the same thing. Did they run out of speakers at Monmouth? So when I got the invite from Dean Palladino, I really thought it was a joke. So initially I thought I'd ignore the email. But after a couple of requests and phone call with Dean Palladino, it went from why me to why not me. After all, I got a great head start in my education from Monmouth, and I'm really honored to share my story with you today. So thank you, President DeMena and Dean Palladino, for this great honor. Thank you, Trustee Najarian, for this honorary degree, truly a great honor. Board of Trustees, faculties, families, parents, and most importantly, the graduates of 2019. Congratulations. Come on, congratulations. It's a great day for you and your family. Now I know many of you have a story to tell on how and why you got to Monmouth. I bet there are a lot of interesting stories. I like to share mine. It was quite an accident. So, long time ago, many years ago, I had registered for some math class over the summer. And unbeknownst to me, when I came to the campus, the class had been canceled. Now, some of you out there, very young, are thinking, why didn't he check the web? This is the 80s, and some of you millennials think that people were born with the internet. It's not true. My sister had dropped me off, and I had no ride back. Guess what? No Uber either. So I walked in, and I peeked into the class actually next door. This is the science building. And sure enough, there was some math going on the whiteboard. At least I thought it was math. I reasoned to myself, that must be my class. They just switched the classroom. So I quietly walk in, didn't want to get any attention, sit in the back of the class. Mind you, these are 3 long hours in the summer. So during the break, Dr. Reichert comes over to me and says, "Can I see your registration?" He had seen me walk in late. And I show him, and he says, "Krish, you're sitting in the wrong class. Your class has been canceled." This is IBM mainframe programming language class. There was such a thing. And you need lots of prerequisites to be in this class. Later on, when my sister came to pick me up, I told her what had happened. And nonchalantly, she said, "Computers, you can do it, just do it." So next day, I'll come back to the campus, getting dropped again, and I meet the department chairman, Dr. Schwartz. And I told him, I want to do a master's in computer science. Mind you, I had just come from India, and I have never seen a computer, did not know the difference between hardware and software, nor know any of the programming languages. Dr. Schwartz, hearing that, thought it was a joke as well. Nevertheless, he gave me a challenge. He said, take these 3 programming classes over the summer, and if you get A's in all of them, I will admit you to the fall program. At that time, I had not taken any standardized tests, no GRE, not even a transcript from India. And I told him that, and he said, don't worry about those things. Meet the challenge. I'll see to it that you'll get there. That's the spirit of Monmouth that I know. So you could say that I got a boost in my career by coming to the wrong place at the right time. All right? Now, why am I telling you this story? What I found is in life, there are no straight lines. Opportunities are everywhere. And rather than waiting for opportunities on your timeline, instead, grab opportunities as and when they appear on its timeline. Monmouth gave me a great start in a career in high tech. Today, I would consider myself a serial entrepreneur, moderately successful. How I got there, how I became a CEO, was also an accident, just like the wrong class. I guess you can tell that I'm accident prone in some way. In the 90s, when the internet was a phenomenon, a couple of friends and I decided that we'll write some software to connect a business to the internet. We called this company Internet Junction. Mind you, I did not know anything, or my friends, about raising venture capital, sales, marketing, really starting a business. It didn't matter to us. I had great encouragement from my wife in spite of having 2 young kids. We plowed ahead, but sooner or later, these business functions had to be done. So one of my co-founders walked in one day and said in jest, "Krish, your other co-founder and I, we have PhDs in computer science. We can code faster than you can. So therefore, you should be the CEO of the company." I thought that was a trick question, but I surely grabbed it. So I know there are computer science graduates here. So if your coding skill is a little rusty, You already have the prerequisite to be the CEO. The process of starting and leading Internet Junction taught me a valuable lesson in stretching oneself and getting beyond the comfort zone. It is when you go beyond your comfort zone is where you will discover opportunities. You must always believe that when those opportunities are present, that you will rise to the occasion and everything will work out in the end. The success of Internet Junction, which was acquired by Cisco, gave me the confidence to start 2 other companies, including the current one called Blue Jeans Network. What I've discovered, I've learned there's a common thread in all of these, is whether it's an idea you're following or a big goal or an objective, those ideas are not unique. Lots of people are thinking about the same thing at the same time. Remember, we have over 7 billion people on the planet. So chances are millions of people are thinking about the same idea or an objective as you are at the same time. But only a fraction of the people are successful. That's because only a fraction of those people ever get off the sideline to do something about a big idea. And that is about taking that first step when you have an objective or an idea to meet. It is about getting off that sideline. Your first step in meeting a goal doesn't have to be a big step, it could be a little step. All it matters is you're taking those little steps towards your goal. And sooner or later, by taking these little steps, you are building your own momentum. And pretty soon, when you stop and look back, those people who had the same ideas you did at the same time, they're all waiting on the sideline. And you are 20 steps ahead of everybody else. That means you have new perspective on your end goal. That means you're that much closer to your end goal and how we want to achieve that. So the takeaway for me in the 3 companies that I started is the following. Opportunities are everywhere, and in order to grab those opportunities, you must go beyond your comfort zone and believe that you can achieve that. And opportunities show up anytime, and you must grab that. And always, in order to grab it, you must take the first step. Now, I don't actually have to tell you this, because you're all sitting here. You are proud graduates of this institution. You have already taken that first step. You will already rise to the challenge. I know many of you, when you enrolled in graduate school, had a doubt. Will I be able to do it? Will I be able to meet that challenge? But you did. You are here because you rise to the occasion, you had belief in yourself that you can do it. And all that is remaining is to take the next step. So celebrate tonight, well-deserved, and perhaps you will take the next step as early as tomorrow. Don't wait. I want to thank Monmouth University for giving me a fine start in my career and actually inviting me to speak here today, stretching me beyond my comfort zone. This is the first time I'm doing this. So congratulations to the class of 2019. Have a great career. Best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, Krish, for sharing your story with us. That is such a quintessential Monmouth story, and it just kind of